Yo, what's good, guys? It's Excel here, and in today's story time, I will be telling you guys about a meetup gone wrong. So let's get right into the story. So, take this back a while ago. It was a Friday night. School was still going on, so everyone was going out. Everyone was going to football games and everything like that. And me and a few of our friends just wanted to chill out. We didn't want to go to any football games, so we decided to go to our one friend's house. And at this time, I had my one friend come over after school, and we were like getting ready, and he was like, "Yo, do you want to go?" So we decided to hit up our friend, say, "Hey, is it cool if we came over?" He was like, "Yeah, no problem." So I go downstairs, I tell my mom, I'm like, "Mom, can we go over?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure." So I get my friend, we get our shoes on, and we go in the car, and we're driving over there, and I didn't have the kid's address. So I text my one friend, and I'm like, "Yo, can you give me, let's just call this kid Luke." I'm like, "Can you give me Luke's address?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." So he gives me the address, and we're driving, and then we end up going to some random house because the address was wrong. So my mom's like, "Where are we going? Like, whose house?" And she started getting mad because, like, I didn't know where it was. So then I finally get a hold of my friend Luke, and he's like, "Yeah, I don't know why he gave you that address. That's the wrong one." So he gives me the right address, and we pull up to his house. So we get out of the car, and my mom's like, "Are you guys good? Like, do you guys need me to wait?" I'm like, "No, you can just go." So she drives off, and then we go up to the door, and we knock on the door, and we're waiting, and his brother comes out, and he, like, looked at us super weird for some reason, and he's like, "Yo, who are you?" And I was like, "Oh, we're here for Luke." And he's like, he's not here right now." And I was like, why would Luke text me saying that he's home and everyone's here if they're not here? So I'm like, "Are you sure? Like, can you check the basement to see?" And he's like, "Yeah, give me a sec." So me and my one friend are just looking at each other, so weirded out how his brother said that they're not home, even though Luke said he was. So we wait like a minute, and then our friend Luke comes up, and we're like, "Okay, good, you're home." And he's like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because your brother just said you guys weren't home." And he was like, "I don't know, he's tweaking right now." So we come in, and we go down to the basement, and all our friends are there. And as soon as we walk down into the basement, the whole house smells like weed. Well, the basement especially, but we had like a slight hint of it in the house. And so we're like, "Yo, what's up?" And we're like, "Did you guys smoke in the house?" And they're like, "Yeah, we did." And I was like, "Oh." So I go to my friend Luke. I'm like, "So when are your parents gonna be home?" And he's like, Don't worry about it. They won't be home till later." So we're all chilling down, and we're still having more people come over, and we're waiting for everyone to come over. And this one kid comes. Let's call this kid Derek. So Derek comes, and he's having a birthday party tomorrow, and he wants to have a banger party. So he's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be right back, guys." And we're like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "You guys don't gotta worry about that." And we're just like, what is this kid gonna go do? And this kid has the idea to go to a store. Keep in mind, he's not even of the age of 21, to go to a store and steal alcohol. And, like, in my mind, I'm just thinking that is the stupidest thing ever. And I was like, "Are you sure about that?" He's like, "Yeah, I've done it before. Like, don't worry." So he ends up going to the store, and keep in mind, the store is far. So he leaves, and more people decide to come, and we're not really doing much. Like, we're all just chilling in his basement, just talking and stuff. And about 2 hours pass by, and he comes back, and he's like, "Yo, I'm back." And then everyone's like, "Did you get what you were going to get?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he opens his backpack, and this kid pulls out 3 bottles of vodka. There was like one small one medium one, and one big one. And we're like, "Geez, like, this kid really did it." And so there was these last two kids coming over, and their mom dropped them off, and then they came to the front door, and she calls them, and she's like, "Do you know that there's 2 police officers walking up to the door?" And, we're still unaware of all of this. So we're all sitting down, and our one friend's call Luke, and Luke is like, "Yo, what's up?" And they're like, "There's 2 cops walking to the house right now." And our friend Luke just yells out, "Cops are coming, everyone dip." And we all jump up out of our seats, stop everything we are doing, and everyone's like, "Go, go, go." And we all run upstairs, we all get our shoes on, and we all dip out the backyard. And before I go, I'm like, I'm like, Luke, is everything gonna be okay? And he's like, I'll figure it out. We'll see what happens. And me and my one friend, keep in mind, I'm still with my one friend, and we all just dip out the backyard. And at this time, my friend, his leg, he injured his leg, so he had like a boot on. And so we're all dipping out, getting our shoes on, and my friend is just limping in his boot, and we're going through backyards. And then there was this one backyard where there was a fence to get onto the road. So we're all jumping the fence, and some lady comes out, and she's like, hey, what are you guys doing in my backyard? Get out of here. And my one friend is like, fuck you, bitch. And then he hops the fence. I'm like, why would you say that? And he's like, don't worry, just go. And we're all running. And again, there was a whole bunch of people there. So I split off with my friend and a few other people. And I'm glad I did with those people, because these people lived around in the neighborhood. So they knew where we were going and everything like that. So we end up running, and me, my friend, and a few other of our friends, we all just chill out by this pond. And everyone's just texting, like, where's everyone going? And we're all like, we don't want to be too sus, though, because, like, we're not sure if anyone got caught by the cops. And, like, we don't want to say where we're at, because, like, we don't want the cops to pull up to us, because we didn't do anything. Like, it was literally that one kid, Derek. And we don't know if still to this day if that was the reason why the cops were there or what the reason being. But we didn't want to say anything to anyone. So we end up going, just walking around the neighborhood, and then I forgot what I said. I posted something on my story, and then everyone was like hitting me up saying like, what's going on, like blah blah blah. And I'm like, don't worry, like it's chill. And then people were like, where are you gonna go then? And that's why I didn't want to say anything, because I didn't want to get caught by no cops, because I didn't do anything, and I wasn't getting in trouble this night. So we're just walking around, and we found out one of the girls in the neighborhood is having like a small get together too on this Friday night. And so we end up going there and chilling out there. And yeah, she was having a few people over from her school, and we met up with some friends that left earlier actually to go over there, and we just chilled out there for a little bit. And yeah, that was pretty much the end of the night. We didn't do much after that. I ended up going home with my friend, and then had a few people over. But moral of the story is, don't go to the store to steal, especially alcohol, if you're not of the age of 21. Again, you shouldn't steal in general, but that was just a stupid decision to steal alcohol in the first place, because that could have gotten him in so much trouble and us in so much trouble. And the kids got in trouble before for stealing alcohol, but I'm just glad no one got caught, and that I didn't end up getting in any part of it, because I was not for it at all, nor did I agree with his decision. But yeah, it wasn't such a crazy story, besides that part. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the story time. We'll be having more soon. But yeah, stay tuned for the next stories.